This fight is brought to you by Coors Light, born in the Rockies, Brooke Mayo, and Brieta Carpenter. 3 rounds of amateur flyweight action. Mayo in the black with blue top.
And Brieta comes right out with a left head kick right away. And you see right away Brooke Mayo trying to establish that range, nice and close, being a bully.
Landed a nice left in there.
And they're going right after it, not wasting any time.
Brooke Mayo, as we expected, charging in, putting a lot of pressure on Brieta. Nice knee to the body there by Brieta Carpenter.
Knee to the body by Brieta Carpenter, and Brooke Mayo sinks in and tries to establish a body lock here up against the fence.
This could be a really effective position for Mayo.
Good knee by Mayo right up the middle.
Stays away from that real strength of Carpenter. If she's able to work the body from this position as she's attacking there, nice knee.
And it's so impressive. You see these girls come out and they get right after. I mean, this is probably the most action we've seen in the first opening seconds of the last few fights. They went right after it and jockeying for position here. Oh, Mayo landed right on the outside, and Brieta slaps a head kick up. That's the thing about that traditional background. Maybe not as powerful as the Muay Thai kicks, but big takedown by Mayo.
Mayo now on the back, looking to get that.
Sinks one hook, and she's looking to dig the right hook in as well, landing some big punches on top. Like I was saying, Carpenter's kicks have that traditional flair on them, so they might not be technically as strong as Muay Thai style kicks. Oh.
Mayo's got one arm under the chin. It's hard to tell from our position exactly how good she's got that.
She's got 2 hooks in. Looks like she's trying to flatten her out. Mayo should bring her hips a little farther back. She's getting a little high. Maybe she might allow Brieta to come out the back door. In this position, to be really dominant, Mayo should slide her hips back closer to Brieta's hips and dig her hips in, and she can flatten her out and take away all the defensive options really for Brieta here.
And you can see Carpenter there trying to stand up, maybe slide out the back here. Mayo's doing a good job of staying on top, showing some good hip movement, and
really good job.
Now heavy mixing hips, in the strikes.
Heavy hips, she's a little lower on her back, and you can put a lot of pressure on someone's back from this position.
With that grip Mayo has, she might be looking to transition to the armbar from this position.
Looks like she's trying to flatten her out here. Like that motorcycle grip on her wrist, she's gonna try and tuck that underneath and push her hips down, but I think she's just a little too high on Carpenter's back.
Referee David Shirley getting a real close look. Mayo looking very diligent. Looks like she's now worked her hands into the appropriate grip.
It's hard to tell if she's underneath the chin from our angle here. 10 seconds.
Yeah, short time left in the round.
See if she can pull it out. She's trying to get underneath, and it looks like Brieta's free. We'll see a second round here more than likely.
Very exciting round. Both women coming out very aggressive. We saw Mayo push the aggression into the face of Brieta Carpenter. Carpenter was able to throw up some high kicks and some of that spectacular action we were expecting. A really slick takedown here by Mayo, able to basically twist Carpenter down, was able to take her back and work for the rear naked choke. Didn't have a lot of success with it, but a fair amount of control time there for Mayo in the first frame. See Dan Black talking to Brooke Mayo in the corner.
Yeah, a lot of experience and knowledge from Dan Black. He's a great coach. He's got a lot of fighters in his gym that have done great things. We just saw one of his fighters at Win the Glory World Tournament. I mean, a wealth of knowledge over at both Team Black and MMA Gold. These girls really couldn't be at better camps.
So if you're over in the corner with Carpenter, what are you telling her?
Telling her she's got to keep that distance. She's got to use those kicks we were talking about. Like I said, her kicks, the traditional martial arts kicks oftentimes aren't as strong or powerful as the Muay Thai kicks, but they're much quicker. Like you saw her whip up a left kick, and she slapped it right on Brooke Mayo. So she needs to establish that range where she can throw those kicks and use her long, straight punches there. A couple big punches. Oh, Brooke Mayo looks like she slipped on a push kick here. Brieta lets her back up to strike at range. Brieta doing a better job using her punches now, but Mayo uses Superman punch and closes the distance. This is the range Brieta needs to be at here, where she can use her kicks just like that. She can mix her punches in. She's got nice long punches, good straight punches, and nice traditional martial arts kicks that she's throwing.
She's now 2 times has thrown that front kick followed by a straight right. Really slick technique there.
It's almost like she's blinding Mayo with the front kick, and as soon as the kick comes down, her right hand replaces it.
Carpenter is doing a very good job thus far in the round, keeping her jab out there.
A spinning back kick. Great technique, just barely missed it, looked like. It looks like Brieta now is the fresher fighter here, but a great takedown again by Brooke. And the thing about this position now is when Brooke Mayo gets into a position, it looked like Brieta was the fresher fighter, but now Brooke can control, she can rest a little bit, she can get in a dominant position and use the control she was using in the first round to continue to impose her game plan.
Mayo now.
So we're in a bit of a 50-50. A lot of leg lock options here for both girls. I'm not sure if either one's going to shoot for it. Diving on a front headlock and then goes to sink her hooks in. Looks like here she's going to look to put that right heel in, and there she goes there.
And it looks like she's got the grip in. Now
she's underneath. I can't tell if she's
closer.
underneath. Looks like it's almost underneath the chin. Still looks a little bit across the face, but you can finish from here still. Very uncomfortable for your opponent, even if you just cross face with the rear naked. It's been a great fight so far.
Mayo again showing those good hips, able to stay on top as Brieta rolls.
Brieta looks like she's fighting. She's doing a good job fighting that choke. She needs to go both hands on that. Both hands on the right arm of Mayo that's over her shoulder and slip her head outside, which she does now. Now with her head outside, she can turn and face her opponent and end up in a good position. It looks like Brooke was aware of that and put the right arm, the backpack strap, right over to control again.
Yeah. Brooke Mayo coming into this fight didn't really expect this level of grappling from Mayo, and she's
Brieta turns, but
really
she has to be careful she doesn't get caught in a guillotine or a choke from the position that she was in. She needs to clear that, or an arm triangle here even. She needs to clear her right arm across Brooke's body so she can end up in good position on top. 5 seconds left. We're going to see a third round. I'm excited about that.
So we end the round with, again, a lot of control from Mayo, although the early part of that round, we saw a ton of striking from Brieta Carpenter.
Yeah, much more even round, but I think that Mayo still may have stolen it at the end there with her control. You know, it's a lot of time when the judges see a control like that, even if it's back and forth, when one fighter maintains top control for most of the round, they're usually going to give that fighter the round.
See some highlights. There's that push kick that Mayo went for and the slip there.
And I thought it was very, very intelligent of Brieta to let her back up instead of getting pulled into her game. Instead of getting pulled into to Mayo's game, she let her back up where she could strike at range.
Was able to score some points there in the stand-up.
And that's the thing you really see with fights like this. Girls and guys who are early on in their career, you start to see those flashes of brilliance, so to speak. You see these things that veteran fighters do. You can see these fighters develop. Or maybe a couple fights ago, Brieta would have dove on her, too excited, but she let her back up where she could continue to use her range. It's awesome to see. You can literally see the development every time you see these fighters in the cage.
So as we look to begin our third round, we'll remind you once again that this fight is brought to you by Coors Light, born in the Rockies. Third round of amateur flyweight action, Brieta Carpenter and Brooke Mayo.
Brieta opens up right again with her jab and her cross working well for her. And that's the movement she needs. She needs to be moving side to side. She needs to be moving laterally. When she moves straight back, it makes it much easier for Mayo to catch up to her, put her against the fence, and take her down.
So a nice
she's really unloading
there by
here.
Carpenter. Brooke Mayo shooting for the double. Carpenter's fighting.
Carpenter looks like she's
Mayo
over the head.
succeeds in closing it.
And Mayo passes the side control here. I'm sorry, the half guard. And it's going to be much harder to finish that guillotine that Brieta is working for now.
Brieta looking to connect her hands, but it looks like Mayo's going to slip out now. Brooke on top. Still in the half guard. Carpenter working for rubber guard, perhaps going to look for the triangle.
Yeah, it looks like she's working for rubber guard, using that flexibility to threaten with some stuff. And I think that she doesn't quite have the position.
Slipped out, throwing some up kicks.
And
big shot. Looked like it might have hurt Brieta Carpenter.
Brieta was on her way up, it looked like, and she ate a big shot and just right on her. Mayo just smothering her now. And Brieta's going to try to come out the back door. You can see for her. You can see her corner. Her coach Jim West calling for her to come out the back door there. It looks like, but Mayo doing a great job maintaining position.
Able to transition. Now she's looking like she might slip off. But
if Mayo, a good job readjusting. But if she would slide her hips down a little bit farther, lower on Brieta's back, she'd be able to control a little better. It looks like she's just almost about to get bucked off, and then she makes a great adjustment. It comes right back onto the back. But now Carpenter might be able to come out here.
And if Carpenter does get separation, make sure she watches her arm there.
Definitely, the arm bar is there. When she pulls her head out, if she leaves her arm there, she's going to be in a dangerous spot.
So there you can see Mayo holding onto the right arm of Brieta Carpenter there, and it looks like she's thinking what we're thinking, that if she does pull out, she's going to grab a hold of that.
And it looks like she's controlling the arm. She might be looking for that arm bar now. And Brieta, looked like Brieta was almost
her
out.
Hips a little bit deeper.
I thought Brieta was out, but it looks like Mayo is attacking diligently on that arm bar, and she re-sunk the arm. I think she's out now.
Yeah, it looks like Carpenter has it out to the elbow as the round ends.
And now Brieta's on top, but there's not enough time to work. Some interesting techniques from Carpenter.
I guess you'd call that a butt.
They called that the bonsai drop when Rikishi was doing it, and I was growing up.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, once again, this is our final edition. We go to the judges' scorecard.